Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I forgot to do my gizmo before I left, but I had to beat Pearl away from the door to get out of here without her. I'm not going back in. That would just be teasing my dog, and I don't want to do that. It is looking fallish out here. All the leaves are gone. All the leaves are gone. No, that's not it. Good morning. I am feeling a little bit flat today, I have to say. I executrixed yesterday, and I'm going to do some more today. And, this morning I'm just sitting there drinking my coffee, and it just really hit me in the face why I have to do this. And, every once in a while you get reminded. But I was just telling Dennis, I was thinking, when I was a kid, I felt so sorry for my mother because she lost both her parents when she was in her early 20s. They were older when she was born, and I told her I just couldn't imagine how hard that must be. And I can remember feeling that when I was young. And of course, as I was older, I still felt it. I was lucky. My parents, I had them for 70 years, I was thinking about my sister too. I had, my parents had a terrible lawyer and forgot to take a reference to my sister out of the will. So now I have to go through all the shenanigans. And it's got me thinking, and I'm feeling flat. And, I'm just feeling flat-ish. Maybe lower than flat. I don't know. But it's okay. I'm fine. I'm sitting there thinking I need to pick up my knitting and I will feel better. I did not knit yesterday. I spent the whole night not enjoying anything I was watching, not being satisfied with anything. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't read. I didn't want to knit. I was watching shows I didn't care about. Just wishing the time would go by and I'd be tired enough that I could go to bed, It's a little bit of a depressy kind of feeling, So that was yesterday. That was last night. So this morning I'm flat. Not surprising. I think it's a perfectly reasonable response to my situation and the world's situation. So I'm flat. There you go. Barbara's day in a nutshell. But I do have some executrixing to do today. I'm going to have to hook up my laptop. I got to print some stuff that I have to mail out. And the first pattern of Knit Bent came in the middle of the night. And so that was fun. Thank you again, Valerie. Valerie, the lovely Valerie, gifted me the Knit Bent series by Helen Stewart. Now, I have not been paying attention to what Helen Stewart has done in quite some time. I used to watch her podcast or listen to her podcast. And I have knit many Helen Stewart patterns. So it was a delightful treat. And I really appreciate it, Valerie. It was so sweet. Anyway, I only saw it on my phone, so I didn't get a good look at it. The first pattern out is a wrap or a shawl. I think it's rectangular, or maybe it could be either. I'm not sure. But I will boot up my laptop and download it and take a look at it, and I'll print it out and I'll show it to you tomorrow. According to the write-up that she sent with it, it will be a reasonable thing to do with your Advent if you wanted to. But, of course, I'm not opening my Advents for, almost a month. So we shall see. Oh, my Trilogy Yarn Advent is in the mail. I got a notification for that. And I have my Crafty Toads already. I showed you that. So the only one left to come is Sweet Sparrow. Oh, and I got Advents for the kids and everybody. So I have the two granddaughters and Jason's has already arrived. I mean, Jason's came in 2 days. I ordered it from Etsy. Actually, the girls came right away too. I ordered them from Macy's. But Allison's isn't here yet, and I haven't heard if Christy and Rich got theirs. Somebody's is being mailed from Great Britain, so I don't pay attention to that on Etsy. I guess I should, where it's coming from. But anyway, this is all Rich's fault that the adults are getting Advents, because I found the perfect Advent for Rich. And so then I just had to get everybody an Advent. I was just getting the grandchildren Advents, and then I found, when I find out from Christy that they've arrived, I can tell you about them. Anyway, it's just a little something something for everybody to enjoy their December. I may rummage around. I almost said I need an Advent too, but then I'm like, wait, I ordered 3 Advents. I'm getting 4. I am getting 4 Nitty Advents, Negans, and then 3 that I bought. Although I haven't heard from Sweet Sparrow. I don't know what's going on with that. And I'm not sure what kind of non-yarny Advent I would even want for myself, you know? Anyway. But I have 3 piled on my table here. I'm going to wrap them and give them as Thanksgiving presents, because Thanksgiving is very, very late this year. And so once they open them at Thanksgiving, they only have a couple days till they can start day 1. So that'll be fun. Pearl update. She is doing really well. In fact, we're thinking about taking her for a short walk today. She'll be on a leash, and even if she's trying to do something like pull or get excited or something, she puts most of the pressure for that is on her back legs. So even if it gets really exciting at the park, which it is rarely, except on Saturday, it should be okay. We could wait. We could wait until tomorrow. We're going to take her to the vet tomorrow, our regular vet tomorrow, and see what Dr. Lori has to say. But she's looking really good. I let her out today by herself without a leash in the backyard. She luckily didn't see a deer or anything around the fence, so she just walked around and sniffed, and it worked out very well. But she can't go out with Maisie because they romp and play, and you know, we don't want to aggravate things, so that's where we are. But she's doing so well. You could hardly tell that she's limping at all. And that is in 4 days from when she was barely putting pressure on that foot. So it was really bad, but clearly not broken. And maybe not the same or as bad as the emergency vet thought. So we'll see what Dr. Lori says. We probably should wait and not take her for a W today. But, oh, I can say walk because she's not out here with me. Take her for a walk today. But I have been staying home with her, and Dennis has been taking Maze to walk. I can't walk Maze by myself. I told you that before. So he has to take her, and which means I haven't had a walk in a few days. But I have been doing my yoga. Oh, I don't know why I had a hard yoga yesterday. 22 minutes of a hard yoga. I had to cut it off the last couple minutes because my phone call came from my lawyer. But I did pretty well, because I'm like, wow, this is very different than I've been doing, and it turns out it was the hard. Some of the things they were having me do, then they'd have me do it again, and you know, I would think I was done. One thing I needed a sturdy chair. I'm doing my yoga in this chair. Well, a version of this chair that sits over there. And there was one that you needed the chair to really stabilize you as you're lifting your leg and stuff, and my chair did not do that. But I finally figured out to use the table, and then it was done. But if it shows up again, I'll be more prepared. Anyway, I have been doing my yoga, and I will do my yoga today. But I don't know. I just got up and threw some clothes on, threw some things on, and came downstairs to make myself my coffee. And so I am essentially in my pajamas. This is my Karina sweater that I made out of really yummy MCN, I think. And it's a completely inappropriate yarn for this, but this sweater is almost like a very light sweatshirt for me. I throw it on. So I throw it on, we sit in our bed and drink our coffee and tea and read our phones, and I throw it on every morning so that because I'm sitting up outside of the covers, and I wear a tank top to bed when I sleep, so I'm in my pajamas. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, I don't usually wear this sweater out and about. This is my, light schlumpy sweater that I wear around the house. So I'm basically having a jammy day today. There are two little birds that are cavorting right around me. I think they want me to leave so that they can pick at the plants or something. I'm not sure. So I am going to knit today. I think knitting will be helpful to me. I'm going to print my knit pattern and see what it has to say. And I was going to show you, and I'll try to remember to show you tomorrow after I show you my gizmo. I'll show you my vase that I put my advents in last December is sitting on the floor right by the door here, full of the yarn that I got last year. So I didn't even put away my minis from last year. They're still sitting in the breakfast nook on the floor. That's how we are here. Mostly me, but Dennis too. One thing I have to do is clear the dining room on my list. If we're going to have Thanksgiving dinner on that dining room table, we will need to work on it. Oh, maybe I'll show you that too tomorrow. I'll show you the gizmo. I'll show you my advents from last year. And the before in the dining room. Although, to be honest, we can squeeze on this table, the 7 of us. We could squeeze on this table. So if we don't get the dining room done in time for Thanksgiving, we definitely have to get it done in time for Christmas Eve, because Christy and Rich will be here too. So we'll be 9. And when there's 9, we need the whole table. We need the dining room table. That's the truth. But there, my list is starting. Work on the dining room. But today I'm going to executrix and work on my mood a little bit. And that is going to include knitting on my Montrealer. I don't anticipate starting this shawl. It depends on how much yarn it takes, because I could start it on my last year's advents, and I don't have all my advents. You'll see tomorrow. These are my Megan advents I used in my hat and moved to a place where it's more likely to get knit than the corner of my breakfast nook. But Yeah. Things get put down in our house and then they just stay there. And it's like that becomes their place because that's where we look for them then. And that's why we're so kind of a little bit cluttery. We just have a lot of stuff. And it is common for me in November to try to figure out where last year's Advent stuff can belong because I'm getting new stuff. Yeah. But my plan this year also for decorating is I'm going to bring all the Christmas boxes up, every single one of them. And because I really believe that one of those Christmas boxes actually holds all the stuff that I took out of the living room 2 years ago because I needed room to put the Christmas decorations up, and I put it in a Christmas box thinking, well, when we put away the Christmas decorations, I'll bring these out again. But that bin never came back up from the basement, and I haven't had my mantle things for 2 years because I don't know where they are, and I'm gonna find out if they're downstairs in a Christmas box by, you know, and if they are, I'm not putting it back in the basement. I'm gonna tuck it somewhere it can belong till the Christmas decorations come down, and I don't know where that would be because we don't really have any place to tuck it. Every place to tuck something's got something tucked. Anyway, never mind. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do my yoga. It is beautiful out here. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's, you know, probably 68. I mean, I'm comfortable in my sweater because the sweater's very light and it's breezy. If I was just sitting here with no breeze, I would probably be warm. So it's pretty lovely out here. Hasn't rained. Our red tree is empty. Our red tree is empty. Few trees have some leaves on them, but mostly we're empty. Yeah, and the flowers are gone. The Gerber daisies aren't dead, but otherwise, yeah, we're pretty not doing great. I need to take the fuchsia in though. I might be able to save it if I tried. Maybe I'll try. Why not? Meanwhile, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry if I have been a bit of a bummer today, but I'm feeling flat. But I'm working on it. And I'm thinking good thoughts, well, about my family, my mom and dad, my sister. Remembering the good times, and you know, I'm gonna be sad. That's how it works. I mean, how sad would it be to not be sad? You know, I mean, that's really worse. Well, like my dad told my brother, you know, you can be sad, but not too long. Well, you know, the sadness transforms into the memories, the good memories, you know. That's what I'm working on right there. All right, I'm gonna go. This is enough already with this. I'm in my jammies. Please take good care of yourselves. Sending all the healing thoughts to all of you on the mend or working on it. Please take good care of yourselves. Stay safe and stay sane.